is Nineberger, and the title of my art is called Chaos. Well, it's pretty much a Lego museum. There's actually a plane that crashes through the wall. A Lego Jack Sparrow that chains his chains his boat to the back of a speedboat, while a bunch of shipwrecked British soldiers are standing there or in the water. Sometimes I would dress up nice like this, and sometimes I dress up in a leather jacket. Sometimes I got a lot of fedoras.
Hats,
different kinds of fedoras. And I really do love collecting them. I actually once saw this one hat at an antique mall. It was actually an old soldier's hat, and I actually bought it.
How many do you think you have?
Over 20.
Over 20?
Yeah.
It's quite a few.
Well, I'm thinking of next time making it like a Lego Agents thing, an old Lego theme. And it was kind of fun setting it up, so I'm thinking of doing that as my next idea.
Cool.
My name is Sono, and this is my artwork titled A Night in the Witch's Lair. I represented myself as this twist of boughs and branches bearing features of things that I enjoy doing, such as the recorder, the saxophone, which is actually something I learned from my boyfriend, and my head here represented as little smaller branches tied together crudely by a bundle of bandage. It represents the clinical and medical skills and knowledge that I ought to have learned in the 4 years of medical school that I feel I'm still struggling to do. I had felt a strong turmoil inside me to start with, trying to reach out to my boyfriend, but somehow him not latching onto what I want to communicate. So that kick-started, that was the inspiration for this painting. Well, it'll be nice to, I'm certainly going to keep painting, and this is a cathartic activity for, for me to take a peek at my own emotions and think about it in my own slow time. But it'll be great if I could somehow turn this into life, be teaching kids how to paint, teaching adults how to paint.
Sure.
I think that's more interesting, because adults who decided that they can't paint have a certain expectations, and I'd love to break that expectation with the little pieces of skills that I learned. I feel the challenge of following a conversation that doesn't have a direction. And I'm working with a therapist right now, trying to see where my difficulty is. Part of it is realizing and accepting that some of the directions in a casual conversation is not glued together by logic, it's glued together by shared emotions and experiences. Well, I have fewer of that compared to other people to start with, perhaps both because of my disorder and because of my social background. I'd like to present myself as a case of a high-functioning adult. My challenge is not in not being aware of other people's emotions, but seeing it and not being able to gather a big picture of, okay, what's important about this emotion, what's not, and what can I do about it? Because again, I like to gather small pieces of evidence and put it together, but sometimes they don't match nicely, and when they don't match, that's where I struggle.
Okay.
I think the society has done a great job coming up with an education system that allows us to excel. However, there are some skill sets that are not honed during the grade school or up until the end of college. I think that the reason I excelled in the school system is because it was based on taking good notes. But now I'm a fourth-year medical student, and I don't get the luxury of taking good notes about everything I see and hear. So sometimes it's going to, cost somebody the ability to find a job in a certain area. I hope that the society can, while they're doing their excellent job educating all of us, also guide us in our job search and feel positive about both our strengths and challenges.